Hello sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope that this video finds you doing amazing, and I hope each and every one of you are doing very well. Today you guys, I am super excited to be sharing with you some nautical or beach home decor DIYs that you can do for your home. And you guys, these turned out absolutely stunning and I cannot wait to share them with you. I am in love with them. So without any further talking, let's jump right into the video. Alright friends, so for this first DIY, I have here these jute balls that are part of their shore living decor at the Dollar Tree has out right now. They have a ton of beautiful beach themed or nautical themed, shore themed, whatever you want to call it, and they are really beautiful. So I picked up a couple stuff, and I also picked up this scrap wood piece. They also have a ton of scrap wood pieces out right now, and I am loving that because I always use pieces of wood for DIYs. And so I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna give it a nice coat of some white paint, and it only took one coat of paint. So I do that and I make sure I paint front and back and all of the sides. And even though you're not going to see the back when you hang it up, I just like to have it nice and finished. Then you guys, I want to take those jute balls and I want to add them to this wood piece, and I'm simply going to hot glue them down. That holds it really well for me. So I want to put three of them down. I'm going to put one on either end and then one in the middle. So I'm just going to align it as I want it to go, and then I am going to just simply hot glue them down. And do keep in mind that the hangers that are on them are not all the same size. Some of them are a bit longer in length. So I do, as you'll see here in a minute, that I do switch over the some of them because two of them were longer than the other hook. So I just wanted the two longer ones on either end and then the shorter one in the middle. And then, as I said, I do just place hot glue and I put them onto this sign. And I do place a lot of hot glue because it is a big surface that it needs to cover onto the ball. And then once that is done, I want to go in with this pack of little starfish here. They are on some clothespins, and as you can see here, I'm just placing them down because you can leave them on the clothespins if you wanted, and you can hang even more stuff on it. But I just wanted the stars, so I just take my knife and I remove the starfish off of it, and I simply hot glue them down into place. But as I said, you can definitely leave the clothespins on, and you can hang even more stuff onto this sign. And do be careful when placing the hot glue if you remove the clothespins because they do have little holes in them, so you don't want to burn your fingers. And I do end up placing two sawtooth hangers to the back so that I can hang this piece. And this is the final look at it, you guys, and I am obsessed with it. I am absolutely loving this piece, you guys. I just love it overall, the simplicity of it, but it's so beachy and you get those shore vibes. And this is what I would be using it for, just to hang some hand towels. This would be perfect in a bathroom, guest bathroom, wherever you would like to place it. And you guys, I am loving it. Let me know what you guys think of this DIY. Alright friends, for this next DIY, I have here these two wood planks. They come in a pack of 6 at Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to give them a quick sanding all around because sometimes they do come rough. So I want to make sure everything is nice and smooth. And then once I do that, I want to create a little box or crate. So I'm going to use the two wood planks as the sides. And I'm going to use these tower tumbling blocks as the other sides of the box. and I'm just simply gonna hot glue everything together, but you can definitely use wood glue. And I'm just gonna take the tower tumbling blocks and place down 4 on either side, and I am gonna leave a little space in between each one. I do place down the bottom one and then the top one and then the 2 in between, so that way I can get everything nice and even. And then I do that to the other side, and then we are able to place down our other wood plank to finish off the crate. Alright guys, so now we have the box almost done. We just need a bottom, of course, so I'm just going to make that using the tower tumbling blocks. I'm just going to place some hot glue and then just keep going one by one until the bottom is complete. Then once that is complete, here is what it will look like, and I'm loving how it's turning out. So now I want to paint this, and I'm going to take this color Mineral by Waverly, and I'm just going to give the whole entire thing a nice coat of paint. And actually I am a little bit ahead. I am going to take my hot glue gun and I just place a line in the inside on both sides just to make sure everything is nice and secure. And then once I do that, I go in with the mineral color to give this a nice coating. And I only paint the 2 long sides, and then I paint the bottom of the crate. I don't paint the 2 sides where the tower tumbling blocks are, because I want to keep that natural and just to give it a nice decorative look and some contrast. So I just paint the 2 sides and I leave the tower tumbling blocks alone, and then of course I let that dry really well. So now this is our crate, and I'm gonna take my sanding block and I'm gonna give this a nice sanding because I want the crate to look washed up and, I don't know, almost like beachy. So I want to make it look washed up and distressed. So I am gonna just sand it down and keep sanding until I like how it looks. And it doesn't take much to get it nice and distressed, but if you didn't want to distress it, you absolutely can skip this part. But I am gonna do it just for the sake of, you know, shore decor and everything like that. So once that is done, I am gonna take some of this white tissue paper and I want to fill this crate up because I want to place some things down in here, but I don't want to have to fill in all of that space, that gap. So I am gonna fill it in just with some tissue paper, and then I'm gonna go in with this floral moss, and I'm gonna just take my hot glue gun and I am going to place some glue down, place the grass down, and then shake off the excess. And you want to make sure that all of that white tissue paper is nice and covered, because you don't want any of that just showing through whenever you put the grass down or place down whatever you want to put down in here. So I just make sure I pack it down really good, and then I just flip it over to shake off any loose bits and parts of the grass. That way it doesn't make a mess whenever you transfer it around your house or something like that. So I just repeat that process until the entire thing is covered in grass. And then you guys, I want to take these beautiful sand dollars that I got from Dollar Tree, part of their Shore Living Decor, and I want to place them down in here, sort of like a sand dollar collection in a crate. And I am gonna have to take my fingers and just rip some of the tissue paper, like stick my fingers down and rip the tissue paper, because since I did pack it down and then pack the grass on top, it is hard to push these down. So I just open it up a little bit, I place some hot glue onto my sand dollars, and I just simply push it down, and that is it. You are good to go. And if you need to add additional moss around it after you put the sand dollars, you can do so afterwards. And then once I get them all arranged how I like, I am done with this piece. All I did was add that raffia bow. That was the bow that was on the pack of sand dollars, and I just reused it for the front of it, and that was it for this piece, you guys. And I think this piece turned out absolutely beautiful, and I love it. Once again, it's so simple, but I really love how it gives you those beach vibes, and this would look so beautiful in a bathroom or really anywhere in your home, and I really love it. So let me know what you guys think of this DIY. Alright guys, moving along for the next DIY, I have here this sign that is from Dollar Tree, a part of their shore living decor. And I'm just going to remove the seashell here because it is popped out, and we can save that for another DIY. And then once I get that off, I'm going to sand it down a little bit just to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And then you guys, I have a bunch of different scrap papers here, and I got this from a book that I got at Hobby Lobby a while back. But these are all really nautical, and I really love every pattern on these papers. There's some different ones here just to show you, give you some options. And I'm gonna go with the one with the red and white stripes, and I'm just going to cut it down to size, and all you have to do is literally cut it in half, and that makes it perfect for the sign. And then I am gonna cover this sign with this paper. And to do that, I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and I'm just going to place a nice layer down, and then place my paper right on top and smoothing it out really nicely, making sure there are no bubbles. And I do go in with a heavy coating of the Mod Podge just to make sure that that paper is really nice and stuck on there. And you guys know I like to take my sandpaper or whatever you have to sand down afterwards, so that way I can go all around the edges and it's nice and flush to the sign, because that makes it look even more professional, and it just makes it look like the paper was made onto the sign and you didn't add it. So do make sure that you do sand around the edges whenever you place down some paper onto something. And so once that is on the sign, I am loving how it is looking already, and I am really liking it. It's looking really nautical and I am loving it. So now once I am done sanding, I do have this galvanized lighthouse that I also got from Dollar Tree. But before I place it onto my sign, I do want to distress it a little bit because it's a bit too shiny for me. So I just want to dull that down and make it look nice and worn and distressed. So I'm just going to take this brown paint and I'm going to stipple it all over the lighthouse just until I like how it looks. If you want, you can absolutely skip this step if you don't want it to look distressed, but I'd rather it to look distressed. And then once that is nice and done, I am going to take my hot glue and I am just going to place it right to the center of the sign. And I don't know about you, but I definitely think that the lighthouse looks way better distressed. And so I'm just going to place it down in the center. And then once that is down there, the last thing I want to do is just take some nautical rope, and I am just going to hot glue it to the bottom and the top, just placing one line. If you want, you can do all around the sign, but I just wanted to do the top and the bottom, and I just simply hot glue that down. And you can find this nautical rope at Dollar Tree. And that is it, you guys. And I did add a little juice string bow to the lighthouse at the top, that way you don't see the hole there that it has. And you guys, I absolutely love how this turned out. I think it's super cute and I love it, and it's super easy to make, you guys, and you get such a beautiful piece for your home. Let me know what you think of this DIY, and let me know which one is your favorite so far, you guys. And also, if you are enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, because that really does help out my channel and I truly appreciate it. Right, my friends, for the final DIY for today, I'm going to be taking these two scrap wood pieces that you can find at Dollar Tree. And I want to put these two together to make one piece. So I'm just going to take my wood glue and some hot glue, and then I am going to firmly press them nice and tight together. And then I am going to be covering this piece up with some scrapbook paper, and this paper is also from Hobby Lobby, and I absolutely love this one, you guys. It's so perfect for a beach decor because it's this, rustic washed up shiplap, and I really love it. So I'm just going to cut it down to size, and I'm gonna place it down using some Mod Podge. I'm going to place a nice layer down onto the wood, and then place the paper right on top, smoothing it out, make sure there's no bubbles. And you guys, this paper laid down so perfect, and there was not one bubble. So I was super excited about that, and I love how it looks. So of course, I'm going to take my sanding block and I'm going to go around all of the edges just to take off any excess paper that might be hanging around the sides. And then you guys, I'm going to take this anchor. This is also from Dollar Tree, and I want to wrap some nautical rope around it just to make it look like it's entangled in some rope. And I am just going to use my hot glue and wrap it around where I want. It's super easy, but you have to make sure that you cut it off so that you're not wrapping it around the back side, because if you put the nautical rope along the back of it, it's not going to lay flat against the sign. So I am just going to keep cutting it off, and then wrap another section just to give it the illusion of it being wrapped around the rope. So once I get that done, it looks absolutely cute, and I am going to take the anchor and I am just going to hot glue it down to the sign. And I do want to keep the hanger that was already on there because it kind of goes with the whole thing of the nautical rope being wrapped around it, and I like how it looks hanging. So I'm just gonna take a dot of hot glue, place it on to the sign, and then I'm gonna just press that down, and then I'm gonna take some more hot glue and I'm gonna place it to the bottom of the anchor just to make sure that it's not moving and it won't be going anywhere. And then this DIY is complete. And you guys, once again, I am absolutely loving this. I think it is super cute, and it is so perfect for your bathroom or really anywhere in your home if you are decorating beach or nautical themed. I really love it. Let me know which one was your favorite from today because I love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And do consider hitting that subscribe button. I would love to have you be a part of my family. And you guys, I will see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. God bless. Bye.